Well, good evening, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don welcoming you in to Dr. Don's weather page. It's a Friday evening in the Great South, so that means we got some football about to get underway. About an hour away from kickoff in most locations around East Alabama. Some schools, especially up in North Alabama, may be playing a little early tonight because they're trying to get done before weather moves in. But for the most part, we're all going to stay with our 7 p.m. kickoffs across East Alabama. Georgia hasn't started yet. Their season was pushed back about a month because of COVID-19. And so this is what we'll do every Friday night. We will come in here around 6 p.m. Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, and we will take a look at what's going on all across East Alabama and West Georgia with football stadium venues and the weather. And normally the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, we do have weather to talk about, and tonight is no exception. Before we get started, let me remind you, if you'd like to support our efforts here at Dr. Don's weather page, please go over to paypal.me/DRDONWX. It is fast, it is secure, it's safe, it's on PayPal, and you don't even have to have a PayPal account to make it work. And we appreciate anything you can do. No amount is too small or too large, and we even take chocolate cakes. So whatever you can do to help us out, we certainly would appreciate it. Before we get to the radar, let me tell you what's going on in the tropics right quick, because this is kind of going to be our primetime forecast and our Friday night football forecast all kind of combined in one. You'll see what's left of Laura hanging out up there over western Kentucky. She's going to continue to move off over to the east, and we're also watching a couple of disturbances down in the southern Atlantic. We have one that these are not really disturbances yet. They are more like tropical waves. But we're watching to see if disturbances do develop. There's about a 20% chance in that yellow area and about a 30% chance in that orange area that we will see some tropical development over the next day or two. And so we will take a look at, or maybe we won't. Okay. Here we go. Now we'll take a look at Laura. Let's get it back to where it's supposed to be. There's the cone. That's what I'm trying to show you right there. And you can see that Laura is downgraded to a depression, but that's still causing some issues. Lots of rain in Arkansas, Missouri, southern Illinois, across northern Tennessee, and out there in western Kentucky. Laura will slowly move to the right. You see that Laura is located there just a little bit north of Nashville. At 7 o'clock this evening, and then by 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, right along the Kentucky-West Virginia border, and by 7 p.m. Saturday, Laura will be about to leave the United States, getting back out into the Atlantic. Here's the latest satellite shot, and you can see those spiraling rain bands coming back from Texas, back over into Alabama. That's all associated with Tropical Depression Laura. As she continues to move off to the east, she'll continue to draw moisture off the Gulf of Mexico, and that'll stream up across Alabama and Georgia, which will keep us in a decent chance of a scattered shower and thunderstorm. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's convective outlook for your Saturday. Just a slight chance of an afternoon thunderstorm in Alabama and in Georgia. Marginal chance across extreme northwest Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe the extreme North Georgia mountains, back over into South Carolina and North Carolina. A slight chance of severe weather up along the North Carolina coast, and then also back over portions of Arkansas back into Oklahoma. Here's your national map in motion, and you can see we have a trough coming down from the north that will kind of hang out across North Alabama. You see that low pressure going to the right. That's Laura. So we're going to stay in a wet, showery type thunder shower pattern for the next couple of days at least. Here's the goes east southern Mississippi Valley satellite shot from this afternoon. You see some big thunderstorms up there in northwest Alabama. As a matter of fact, we had a tornado warning issued for Coleman County. That was about an hour ago. Those warnings have since expired across North Alabama. Total rainfall amounts for the past 24 hours ending at 7 a.m. this morning. You see the bigger rainfall amounts were certainly over in southwest Alabama and back down into southeast Mississippi. That's a little bit closer to the track that Laura took across East Alabama and West Georgia for the most part, around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Over the next 5 days, big rains up there in Arkansas and Tennessee, maybe even across extreme North Alabama. We could be looking up to around 3 to 4 inches of rain. You get up there in Northeast Georgia, we're probably somewhere around 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. The same thing holds true for Northwest Florida. If you're going to be at the beach this weekend, around Panama City and back down to Apalachicola, maybe a chance of showers and thunderstorms down there. Your 6-day forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center on Dr. Don's weather page for Saturday: 60% chance of showers, 85. On Sunday, we'll drop back to a 40% chance of rain, 88. For Monday, a 60% chance of rain, 88. Tuesday, 50%. And then on a Wednesday and Thursday, maybe some of this moisture will get out of here. We'll just have a scattered afternoon thunderstorm, 30% chance. And our temperatures will go back up on Wednesday, too, into the low 90s. The extended forecast as we look out on Friday, the 4th of September, as we head into your Labor Day weekend, it's going to be hot. 93 will be your afternoon high, maybe 88 on Saturday, the 5th, under partly cloudy skies. And then on Sunday, just a slight chance of a shower, 91. And then on your Labor Day, how about that? 89 with a slight chance of an afternoon shower. So it doesn't look like we're going to see a complete washout here by no means. And that's assuming we don't have anything in the Gulf of Mexico by that time. Temperatures for your, it should say Saturday, 89 in Roanoke, 88 Wadley. We'll do 89 in Wedowee. Woodland goes to 88, Wadley 85, and Rockford tops out at 89 degrees. Here are your current conditions. As of 6:07 p.m. Central on your Friday evening, wind is out of the south at about 14 miles per hour and gusty. The current humidity is 70%, dew point 72. It's currently 82 degrees outside with a heat index of 88 degrees. Overcast skies. We do have showers in some locations, especially across southern Randolph, Chambers, and down into Lee County. Showers and thunderstorms at this hour. We're going to look at that in just a bit on the radar. Sunrise for your Saturday morning, 6:15 a.m., and sunsets at 7:11 p.m. So here we go. Let's take a look at the radar. Let me show you where it's raining at the moment and what we think is going to happen for the rest of the evening. We'll start up there in Northwest Alabama. That's a pretty respectable line of thunderstorms. That's the line of thunderstorms that prompted the tornado warning about an hour ago up there for Cullman, Alabama. They have since let that tornado warning expire, but I'll show you the cell that prompted that tornado warning. It's that one right there, just north of Cullman, just to the east of I-65. And that's moving off to the east-northeast, so folks up there around Arab need to pay attention to that. It could intensify again, and we could see it go back severe. So if you're north of Holly Pond or around Arab or just to the west of Arab, Gunnersville, Albertville, all you folks up there need to pay close attention to this thunderstorm as it moves off to the east. And then we see that line extends all the way back to Arley, back down to around Carbon Hill, and then back down to Fayette down there in Walker County, and back down to around Millport. Behind that, there is yet another line of storms, though I think for the most part that will stay up in Tennessee and northern Mississippi. Don't look for that to affect us much here in East Alabama or West Georgia. But we do have some showers and thunderstorms right here in the neighborhood. And so I'm going to take you down the stadium venues here for the games that you're going to be watching and listening to over on the iSchool Sports Network, which kickoff is at 7 o'clock. They go on the air here in about 10 minutes at 6:24 for those of you who want to hear the pregame. But we'll start up there in Cleburne County, where the Wadley Bulldogs are on the road tonight. They're going to be taking on Ranburne. And this is a close look at the stadium, and as you can see right now, there are no showers around the stadium there in Ranburne. There's some sprinkles over in Georgia that just moved through the Cleburne County area, but that's moving away. So right now, it looks like Ranburne's going to be in good shape for tonight's ball game between Ranburne and the Wadley Bulldogs. as we come down the road a bit, down to Wedowee, to Hewlett-Humphrey Stadium. It's going to be Woodland and Randolph County. I mean, if you live in Woodland, you could almost walk to this ball game, just right down 48. And there's Humphrey Stadium. No showers in the area right now. We'll back out. There is a little rain just to the south of Hewlett-Humphrey Stadium. That's down there at about Midway. And this stuff is moving. Let me back out a little bit so it's a little easier to see. And we'll put it in motion. We had a shower earlier, then we had another one, and then we may get a sprinkle or two right there at the stadium in Wedowee over the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. But when I take this even further out, you can see that rain is moving through Roanoke and Lafayette. It's moving off to the east-northeast. You folks up there in Wedowee is just catching the very tip end of it up there on the north end, and that's going to move on through pretty quick. And if you look back here to the west and the southwest, just a few scattered light showers. Probably more like mist than rain, and that's all you have coming at you, Wedowee, so I think you're going to be okay for the rest of the ball game. I told you yesterday we thought this was what was going to happen, that we might see some big thunderstorms in the afternoon, but right about kickoff, weather conditions should be improving at all of our venues across East Alabama, and that's exactly what is taking place. So let's ride down to Lee County, Alabama, where the Handley Tigers will be playing tonight. They're down there at Hornet Stadium taking on Beauregard. And as you can see, they did have a heavy thunderstorm. This just cleared the area there in Beauregard. It's moving off to the east. And then looking back to the west and southwest, I think everything's going to be okay in Beauregard, at least for a while. Now, we do have some storms back over here southwest of Montgomery that could potentially move into that area down in Lee County another hour or 2 or 3 from now. But right now, it looks like we're going to have good football weather at all 3 of our venues in East Alabama as we get ready to play football on your Friday night across East Alabama. Now let's take a look at the Southern Union State Community College Futurecast radar. We start this at 7 o'clock tonight. You see those showers in East Alabama kind of fade away. And then by the time we get to 1 a.m., some big storms coming down from the north, but they kind of ease on over into Georgia. Maybe a little light rain there pre-dawn hours of Saturday morning for East Alabama and West Georgia. A few scattered showers here and there throughout the day on Saturday. But you see all that stuff down there in the Gulf of Mexico. That's going to kind of act as a buffer and keep stuff from getting up into East Alabama for most of the day, I think. And then as we head toward midnight on Saturday night, we see more storms coming down from the north. But again, because of it being in the middle of the night, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. So I'm not looking for a tremendous amount of rain across the area on Saturday, though we certainly could see a few scattered showers from time to time. All right, folks, that kind of brings you up to date on what's going on with the weather. I want to pay homage to our supporters here on Dr. Don's weather page. And after we get through with that, I'm going to come back and take a look at the chat board. So if you have any comments, concerns that you want to put on there, we ask you to do that. Questions, comments, or concerns. And at least tell me where you're watching from this evening. So I know you're in the chat room. We're going to do this for about another 45 minutes. We'll take it up to 7 o'clock. I'll be right back, and we'll take a look at the comment board on Dr. Don's weather page. Dr. Don's weather page is brought to you by Kelly W. Phillips for Mayor. We're bridging the gap. Also brought to you by Judy Aubrey with Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in downtown Roanoke, serving East Alabama for 81 years. 334-863-2812. By Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. By Rick and Becky Rainwater with Remax Lakefront, 256-610-1390. By Cody Yarborough, Southeast Soft Wash, exterior cleaning experts, 334-863-0084. By Brandon Brown, BR Construction, licensed home builder, 334-744-1507. Brought to you by Joey Knight, Auction 431 South in Phoenix City, 256-252-8932. Mark Mitchell, Bama Diesel Repair in Woodland, 256-201-3685. Mr. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, Remodeling and New Homes, 256-610-1364. Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent, 256-452-5131. By Joey Knight, Anchor Roofing. Free estimates, free inspections, 706-326-2438. And by Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning. Superior service for superior customers. 334-646-0331. Again, thanks to all the fine folks who make this possible on Dr. Don's weather page. If it wasn't for all these fine folks, we couldn't do this. And I appreciate that. I know the background looks horrible behind me. I tell you, we're going to fix that right quick. Stand by. That's what you call live television right there, because I just kind of forgot to turn the light on. Actually, I didn't know it, and I wasn't planning on turning the camera on, but since I accidentally did it, then we'll just leave it on there. Let me do some adjusting right quick to a couple of things here, and yeah, now we're good to go. All right, folks, one thing I want to show you, you see the iSchool Sports Network website there in the back behind me. Now, this is what it's going to look like tonight. The only video that's being fed tonight is going to be the Randolph County Woodland game. Handley is on the road at Beauregard. Beauregard would not allow live video. And so Wadley is also on the road at Cleburne, and they would not allow live video either. So the only live video stream that you're going to be able to watch tonight is going to be the Randolph County Tigers and the Woodland Bobcats. So all you do is go to their website, and that is ischoolsportsnetwork.com. And then you just click if you want to watch the video broadcast, and I encourage that you do because it's pretty doggone impressive. The video is just insane. Click video, click here, and then you can go through the process. If you want to just listen to it, if you're in your automobile or driving down the road, then just click on audio, click here, and that'll take you over to the audio portion. Of course, for Handley and Wadley, they're doing just audio tonight, so click on audio here, and that will take you to their broadcast. And yes, we have both crews in Randolph County at Hewlett-Humphrey Stadium tonight, so you can listen to the Randolph County broadcast or the Woodland broadcast, depending on where your allegiance lies. So I just thought I'd take just a few moments and point that out to you. You will not be getting video from the Handley game or the Wadley game tonight. Different schools have different rules and regulations, and we respect that. So we are unable to bring video from those two games this evening. But the audio's there, so you can listen to them and enjoy the ball game. They start in about 4 minutes with the audio over on the iSchoolsportsNetwork.com. Now, up until this year, folks were accustomed to going over to the iRock and Boogie website to listen to the ball games. But this year, you need to go to iSchool Sports Network. They are all kind of connected together, but to listen and watch, go to iSchool Sports Network. All right, so we got that did. So let me go back to our radar. And that is, that's nothing important. Well, it's important, but it's not a severe weather bulletin or anything like that. That's my boss's ringtone. So I'm pretty much guaranteed to look at it when I hear that go off. I'm trying to get the chat back. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd you go, chat? Okay. Let me go over here and see if I can get you back this way then. Well, that didn't work either. Bear with me, folks. We'll get this all this worked out here shortly. Come on, I need to be able to see the chat. Somebody show me the chat. Show me the chat. Show me the chat. Where did the chat go? Is it hiding behind this window? No. Okay, well, anyway. Let me get the radar back up since I've taken everything down trying to find the chat box. There's the radar back, and I'm going to center that back up so we can see that stuff down there in Randolph and Northern Chambers, which is not severe. So nothing to be concerned about there. Just a few showers and thunder showers rotating off to the east, northeast. All right, I'm going to be really upset if I can't get this chat room back up here. It says that it's clicked, so why can't I not see it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Interesting. So if you're down in the Columbus area, oh, I know how. There's more than one way to skin this cat. I know how we can do this. Hang on, folks. I know how I can see the chat room. I'll just get on my phone and go over to Dr. Don's weather page. Ooh, let's turn the audio down, though. All right, now I can see. Now I can see. Deborah Brown, Roanoke's just fine. Like I said, this little shower that's down there over Roanoke is moving off to the east, northeast. It is not going to be severe. Linda Pike says it is raining Dalmatians and Bulldogs in Opelika. Yeah, it was. It should be past you by now. That rain is over in Troup County and about to be in Muskogee County. It's down in extreme southeast Lee County, moving off to the east. Annette's asking the question, anything for Wedowee tonight? No. You got some light rain over Wedowee right now. Probably just a mist. And you know how the fog is bad to roll into Humphrey Stadium. I called a mini ball game from that press box and couldn't even see the field. So there is that chance we could see some fog up there in Wedowee. But right now you should have just a light drizzle, and that will quickly exit off to the east. I think probably before you kick off, you should be fine there. All right, Amanda Brown Wright watching us in Bowden, Georgia. Thank you, Amanda, for joining us tonight. Let's see here. There's Betty. She's asking if there's anything possible in the Pell City area tomorrow morning in the a.m. Yes, it's possible. there on I-20 in Pell City. There's about a 60% chance of rain tomorrow, I think, for that area. So, yeah, it is possible, Betty. Yeah, I have folks asking questions about this background music. And I explained that the other night when we were doing our live coverage for Hurricane Laura. I'm an old radio dude, and I know most of you probably would not understand this, but the worst thing you can do in radio is have dead air. And so if it's too quiet, I freak out. I can't deal with it. Man, it's just a Don thing. I don't know. And I know you guys, some of you probably get tired of hearing that music played in the background. So I really tried here lately to kind of keep it turned down a little bit so it's doesn't get annoying. But I just have to have something going in the background. It's kind of like a television, 90% of the time you don't even watch what's on there. You just got to have a little noise going. I'm the same way about this. So that's the deal with the background music. Beverly Pike is in Rock Mills. Peggy McKenzie watching us in Wedowee. Cheryl Foster is watching. Freddie Boggs. Salty Sue. That's my favorite right there. Well, Salty Sue works for the same agency I work for, and she kind of takes care of of resources for us when bad things happen. And I know she won't take this personal. I don't like talking to her. Because if I'm talking to Salty Sue, that means that we got something going on. Yeah, and she's going to be sending me my favorite German chocolate cake here soon. Mm-hmm. You messed up when you put all those cakes and pies up on your Facebook there, Salty Sue. So now I got to have one. Jimmy C. Partain and Daryl Tucker is watching us tonight. Linda Oates. Yeah, Linda says it's gone now. Betty Sue Robinson is watching. Scott Hale. J.C. Simpson and Smith Brown are watching. Linda says a little thunder and some sprinkles. That thunder is going to be off to your east, most likely. It's over there where the heaviest rain is over in Georgia, but you can probably still hear it. And so Dave Britt's in there. Kathy Pope Miller is watching. Toledo Townley is watching. Daryl Tucker, let's play ball. Absolutely. And Mark Heron is in there. Hey, folks, I appreciate it. Appreciate all you folks hopping in here with us on a Friday afternoon. We're going to take it to the top of the hour, and then we're going to step aside, and I'm going to be listening to some high school football on the iSchool Sports Network and watching the Woodland Randolph County game. Again, if you're just joining me, the only game that's going to be on video tonight will be that game in Wedowee. Wadley is up at Ranburne, and Hanley is down at Beauregard. Neither of those two facilities will allow video. So they're going to be providing audio from those two games, but the Randolph County game, the Randolph County Woodland game will be available on video. And just like I tell you to do with Dr. Don's weather page, I would also invite you to, if you have a smart television, or if you don't have a smart television but you have an HDMI hookup on your TV, then take your computer, hook it up to your television. If you have a smart TV, then you already have all this built in. Just pull up the iSchool Sports Network. If your smart TV will allow you to browse the internet, and then you can put them up on your big screen TV. And I'm telling you, folks, the video is incredible. I was so impressed last weekend. Adam Slay and the crew, Al Haynes, they have all done a fantastic job. Lon Hurst, Matthew Knight, putting all this stuff together. And I'm going to tell you something, adding video is not just an easy thing to do. It took a tremendous amount of work and time, and I I talk to Adam at least every other day, sometimes daily, and have been throughout the summer, trying to help him get all this stuff set up, and all these other guys too. And it's taken several months to make this happen. When it became obvious that COVID-19 was going to mess with our football season, or how many folks we could put in the stadium, then we had to put all this stuff together at the last minute. But it looks good. So if you get an opportunity, go watch that Randolph County Woodland game tonight. You'll be impressed. There is a fee. It does cost money to watch it, but it's less than it costs for two people to buy a ticket to go to a ball game, and all of the proceeds go back to the school. High School Sports Network is not getting a dime off of the video portion. So I invite you to, you're helping the school out at the same time, and you're getting to watch some great video. So go call that thing up on the High School Sports Network and watch that ball game. Heck, you can watch the Randolph County Woodland game on your television and then pull Hanley or Wadley up on or if you've got two smartphones, Hanley on one, Wadley on the other, and Randolph County Woodland on your TV. Yeah. Because that's just exactly what's about to happen in North Georgia on the side of Walker Mountain. I can guarantee you. So I invite you to do that. And look, when we have severe weather, do the same thing with Dr. Don's weather page. Go to YouTube on your smart TV and then just search for Dr. Don's weather page or Don Strength or Dr. Don Weather, or go to Facebook to Dr. Don's weather page. Scroll down till you find one of my daily primetime forecasts, and there's a link right there to our YouTube channel. And put it up on your TV and watch it up on your big screen. The resolution's a lot better, and you can see detail on the radar a lot better. Speaking of which, let's go back in and look at what's going on the radar. We're going to look now primarily over in Georgia, because good news for East Alabama. The rain is quickly exiting East Alabama into Georgia. The heaviest rain on radar right now in our coverage area is over in Troup County. From just south of LaGrange all the way up to the Heard County line, then back over into southwest Heard County. Some showers. Good news here is that we don't have, let me turn the lightning on. There are zero lightning in this storm. So that's not going to be an issue at the moment. We're starting to lose the daytime heating. So these tropical storms, or tropical in nature storms, will fade away very quickly as soon as we lose the daytime heating. And we go on a little bit further south. There's Hornet Stadium. That's where Hanley is playing tonight. And you see that big thunderstorm there just to the east and south of Hornet Stadium, and it is moving away. I'll just show you that. And we'll let this load up right quick and put everything in motion. And you can see, I'll back up a little bit, about 5:30, that thing hit down there in Beauregard, and then it lasted at the stadium till about 5:55. So it was about a 25-minute heavy rainfall there at Hornet Stadium, but now it is moving on off to the east. It is intensifying. So you folks over here in Columbus, maybe north Muskogee County, southern Harris County, you got some pretty good rain coming at you. Maybe a few lightning strikes there as well, just north of Hurtsboro. But that's moving away. So that should not be a problem for the Hanley-Beauregard game. And this stuff down here around Tuskegee, it may make it to the stadium. But right now it doesn't look to be anything significant. But yes, there could be another shower or two at Hornet Stadium in Beauregard before the Hanley-Beauregard game is done. Back up here in Randolph, you see the heavier rains moved in Roanoke there about 6:08. And they still got some moderate rain, but nothing too heavy. And the showers, the light drizzle up there in Wedowee should be just about done. That's moving off up to the east as well. And then for you folks up here in Ranburne at the Wadley game, you guys have just been pretty lucky. There was some rain up there around 3 o'clock this afternoon. That got out of there around 3:30. And I mean, there just hasn't been, maybe a little sprinkle right there around 6 o'clock. And you've got one little bitty T90 area of very light mist just southwest of the stadium that may move over you here in the next few minutes, but that won't amount to much and should be out of there pretty quick. And then if we look back off to the west, we have to look down there around Montgomery, back up to maybe around Clanton to see what might be coming down the pike that would affect Ranburne, Wedowee, or Beauregard. And I got to be honest with you, right now I just don't see anything of any significance. We do have some light scattered pockets of rain out there in central Alabama that are moving in that general direction. So, a drizzle or a light rain shower cannot be ruled out during the ball games. But I really think that within the next hour, most of this is going to fade away because we're losing the heating of the day. All this stuff down here south of Columbus, the heavier showers and thunderstorms down there around Troy, north of Andalusia, just to the southeast of Dothan, none of that is going to work up into East Alabama. So that's not a concern. And then these big storms up here in northwest Alabama from over there just north of Tuscaloosa, stretching back up to around Chattanooga, all that will stay north of East Alabama. And this storm just to the northeast of Coleman actually prompted a tornado warning about an hour and a half ago. But all that should stay north of us and again fade as we go through the evening. So I really don't think we're going to have major issues at any of the stadiums tonight. There will be that chance of some showers, but I don't think it's going to be anything too bad. Again, if you are watching us tonight, go over to the comments section of this video and at least tell us where you're watching from. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, we'd love to hear from you. Tammy Craft Spratlin is watching. Hey, Miss Tammy, good to have you with us. Angel Brown, Billy Green, Sharon Smith. Well, thank you, Miss Betty. Appreciate them kind words. Cindy Baldwin Manuel is watching. Is it Tyran Poor? I hope I'm saying that right. We appreciate you. Tracy Ware is watching. Miss Chris Martin, there's my favorite. When I was on the Roanoke City School Board, Miss Chris used to keep me straight, and I know that wasn't an easy job. Patricia Vinson Robinson is watching us. Kelsey Strickland. Debbie Rushton. There's my buddy, Chance Bennett. Tricia Patterson. Sonia Crooks. There's Jeff Story. Megan Nichols. Rebecca Knight Caldwell. Jay Heron. Fred Frank. Eddie Sutton. Terrence Whitlow Petway. Ranland Dunlap. Janelle Cottle. Daryl Tucker. Thunder and Smith Station. Yeah, you got a pretty good little thunderstorm coming at you, Daryl. And Gary Key is watching us this evening, too. Let me go back down there to Smith Station. That's the storm that just cleared Beauregard up there where the Tigers and the Hornets are about to do business. I certainly don't see anything severe, Daryl. But we do have one little bitty T90 spot down there, just southwest of Smith Station, that's got some pretty high DBZs in it, and that's probably, let's see, that's hitting 50. Thought I saw 56. Yeah, that's hitting 56. That's pretty significant right there. So that's most likely where your lightning that you're hearing, the thunder that you're hearing, that's most likely where it's originating from. That's some pretty heavy rainfall. Of course, all of this red is heavy rainfall, and then the yellow is decent, and then we get out there and the lighter rainfalls would be the green. But I don't see anything to be concerned about in Smith Station. Boy, y'all have had your fair share of severe weather over the years down there, though. I got a little shower up here around the mountain. Let's zoom in, show you where that's at. There's Dr. Don's studio right there. Now you can't tell it by looking at the mountain, but I mean looking at the map, but right there where that DR dot is about where I be broadcasting from. Nice little mountain sitting up here overlooking Gainesville, Georgia, which is down to the south. And you can see just a light shower there, maybe a little heavier rain down there just to the south of my position. Heavier thunderstorm up there around Tallulah Falls, for those of you that are in Georgia watching us tonight. Also just to the east of Clayton, out there right along the South Carolina state line, out War Woman Road. I cringe every time I hear War Woman Road. For those of you who live in Georgia and know what I do for a living, you'll understand why I say that. That terrain out there is about as bad as it gets. Anywhere south of Wyoming. I'm just saying. And we get people in trouble up there on the trails. The Appalachian Trail goes right through there. And of course, there are hundreds of trails up there. Folks down here in Metro Atlanta get up on a Sunday morning and say, "Oh, cool, let's go hike on a trail." So they bring their one bottle of water and their flip-flops, and they hit the trail. Well, guess who has to coordinate going and getting them out of those situations? That's right. That would be me. That's just what I do on the weekends. Monday through Friday, it's a totally different ball game. And then you throw the occasional hurricane in on top of it. Protest, COVID-19. Yeah, just average everyday stuff. If you're just joining us, you're watching Dr. Don's weather page. We are live, headed for 7 o'clock this evening. Just kind of watching the weather at all of the high school football venues around East Alabama. We'll also do the same thing for West Georgia once Georgia gets their high school football season underway. That got pushed back by about a month. But right now, most of the rain in East Alabama is exiting, going into Georgia, so I don't see an issue there. Even down here in the extreme southern reaches of our coverage area, in south of Columbus, southwest of Columbus, down toward Eufaula, Union Springs, Tuskegee. Even by 7 o'clock, I think this stuff is out of Georgia, out of Alabama. So, any ball games that are taking place in the Columbus area, it's going to be a close call. There may be some rain still falling at kickoff if you're on the Alabama side of the river, but I don't think it'll last long. And really, there's nothing anywhere in central Alabama to be concerned about right now. If you're north of Birmingham and either along or east of I-65, you may have something to worry about. This is a pretty respectable storm. It's headed for Albertville. Raining pretty hard right now, and Arab. Guntersville is up next. And then this storm will sweep right through Guntersville, Albertville, Boaz, Geraldine, Crossville, Collinsville, over there on I-59. Probably Rainsville. Fort Payne, home of the supergroup Alabama. Cedar Bluff, Center. Maybe down into Gadsden, Southside. If it holds together, some of our northeast Alabama locations will have to watch out for this, such as Ohatchee, Jacksonville, Piedmont, Coldwater, Center, Cedar Bluff, Schulafini. I think it's going to be far enough north, though, to stay away from Ranburne, where the Wadley Bulldogs are playing. And even if it doesn't, that's at least 2.5, maybe 3 hours away. So game will be over by the time that comes through there. Shouldn't be an issue. Hey, Steve Cole, Brandy Dukas, Nathan Adams, Nikki McBride's in there tonight. Nikki is in Newnan. She says some pretty good showers going on in Newnan, Georgia, in Coweta County. Yeah, there you go. The heaviest stuff is going to be south of you, Nikki, down there around Grantville. But you do have some dark greens over Newnan right there. Shouldn't last long at all. This stuff is moving east, northeast, so you're going to get back out of it pretty quick. Back edge of it is already back there at the Heard County line, so it won't last long. Some of this yellow just south of Franklin could rotate up there around Newnan a little bit later on. I don't know. Some of that might get into the southern part of Newnan. Out there on I-85 anyway. Some of this stuff that's in Hogansville may make it up there. But it's not severe, so no worries. Jetta Woods watching us tonight. Nathan Adams. Lorraine Cook. Oh, Chance, you're not right, son. Chance says he's watching from Wadley, Alabama. Came a pretty good shower there earlier. Says he found 3 frogs for supper tonight. John Knight, Amy Paul, Donna Clark, Crystal Woodall, Mary Nelson, Brianna Reeves. Appreciate all you folks. Yvette Johnson's in there now. And this is just kind of a thing we do on Friday night. We just kind of hang out, chit-chat, show you the football weather around Alabama and Georgia. If there is a particular location that you want to know about that I hadn't covered, then by all means, just make a comment and tell me where the place is at, and we'll go take a look at it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in East Alabama or West Georgia. I was absolutely tickled to death at the people we had around the world watching us during live coverage of Hurricane Laura making landfall the other night. I mean, we had folks in Queensland, England, Egypt, a lot of folks in Texas, and every one of the southeastern United States, and then also New York City, Queens, New York. So a lot of people just stumble up on us, especially over on our YouTube channel and Periscope. And so we welcome you. We do not have borders here. We have not built a wall around Dr. Don's weather page. You're all welcome. We do primarily cover East Alabama and West Georgia, and there's a whole big story behind that and why we do that. And I do share that from time to time, but most of my regular watchers understand why we do it. But it doesn't matter where you are. If you're anywhere in the world, you've got internet access, and we love, especially if you don't live in our primary coverage area, we really want to hear from you so we know you're tuned in to us. it's really cool to know that someone across the pond is watching us. So we appreciate that. We also appreciate all the assistance you guys give us in supporting what we're doing. And we do ask that you support us every chance you get.
It's time for your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's weather page in the Shepherd's Weather Center.
Okay.
Now, here's Dr. Don.
All right, thank you, Mr. Announcer Man. We ask you to go to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX. Support us any way you possibly can. It doesn't have to be a lot, $1, $5, $10, whatever you can do. We appreciate you, and we want you to help us out if you possibly can. It's paypal.me/DRDONWX. It is secure, it's safe, it's fast, and you don't even have to have a PayPal account to do it. I think you do have to set up and register to be able to make a donation or help somebody out, but you don't have to have a PayPal account. So I invite you to go over there and do that. Help us out if you can. We appreciate it. And that helps us continue to do this and bring you severe weather. That radar that you're looking at, I'll go back to it. This is as good as you can get. I mean, this is the same stuff television stations use. And there is a cost involved. And it's not just the program, but subscription services to provide data to the program, the internet, which is the avenue that data operates on, and the equipment to be able to view the data and then turn around and transmit it back out. And there's a lot of expense involved in it. So we ask you to help us if you possibly can. We appreciate it. If you'd like to support us through your business, then all you have to do is send me a message, and I can have you hooked up by the next time we go live or by the next time we do a weather forecast. It doesn't take but just a minute to make that happen. And we can put your business in front of thousands of people every single day. I did some figuring the other day, and it's amazing at the exposure your business gets on Dr. Don's weather page every single day for the amount that you pay to get that. I mean, it's pennies for what you get in return. And that's the beauty part about social media and the internet. I mean, we're not confined to a footprint. I mean, it's not like you can only watch us in a certain area or you can only hear us in a certain area. We are literally worldwide. And so I ask you to, if you have something that you're offering, a service or a business, then get in touch with me. Just send me a message on Messenger. I mean, we can handle it in about 5 minutes, and you'll be a supporter of Dr. Don's weather page. Okay, we are about 7 minutes away from the top of the hour, and we're going to wrap this up at 7 o'clock and go watch some football and listen to some football on the iSchool Sports Network. And I want to, let's see if I can get that back up. I want to go through the instructions on how to do that again. So let me go back over here to take the internet. There it is. All right, so when you go to iSchool Sports Network, this is what it looks like. That's the home page, and right above my head, right there, is the Hanley button. And actually, the button is, I'm doing all this backwards, and I'm confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me anyway. Let's get over here and do this. Right there. Let me move out of the way. Right there. You see that right there? It says audio only. Click here. So that's where you click. And tonight, Hanley will be on audio only, no video, because they're in Beauregard, and Beauregard will not allow video. So click on that, and you can go through the process, and you can listen to the audio. And what happens is you're listening to it through the Mixlr app, and the Mixlr app is just superior over the way they've been doing it the past few years. You can also go to Mixlr.com and download the Mixlr app and then search for Hanley Tiger Football. You can do it that way too, but this is by far the easiest way to get to it. Randolph County, you Randolph County fans, you've got a choice tonight, or you can do both. You can watch the video and hear the audio on the video, or if you're in your automobile or in a situation where you just can't watch the video, then you can click on audio, the audio only button, and get just the audio. The audio is free. If you watch the video, there is a fee. 100% of that fee goes to the school, with the exception of just a few pennies or maybe $1 or so that goes to the platform that hosts all of this. iSchool Sports Network does not get a dime off of that fee. There is a little bit of cost involved for the platform, so there's a fee taken out of it for that. But it's I forget now what Adam said it was, like maybe $1 or less. It's minute. So the overwhelming majority of that fee goes straight to your school. So you're supporting your school by actually watching the video. And then there's the Wadley Bulldogs on the road up at Cleburne County tonight. They will not allow video up there either, so audio only for Wadley tonight. And let me back up. Well, let me say this. Randolph County and Woodland are playing each other tonight in Woodland, so you Randolph County fans can listen and watch on the RCH link, and you Woodland fans can listen to the audio over there on the Woodland Crew, or you can watch the video on Randolph County. I think you're probably going to get the Randolph County play-by-play if you watch the video, but hey, that's okay. But there's your choices. It's real easy to do. It only takes just a minute to get in there, and kickoff is coming up now in about 4 minutes. So you've only got just a minute to get all that set up. Again, I want to thank Joanne Kramer for joining us tonight, Tina Kennedy, Marlon Stewart, Kelly Wesson is watching. Hey, Kelly. Wesley Smith is in here. David Fisher has joined us. Karen Spurrell is in there. David Martin. Debbie Norman Johnston has joined us. Sharon Brown. Yvette Johnson. All you folks make me feel good when you come in here and hang out with us. And again, don't be bashful. If you have a question, comment, concern, something you would like to ask a question about, talk about, it ain't got to be weather. We'll talk about whatever. Put it in the comments, and that stands true anytime we go live. The only time I don't do or watch the commenting is when we've got a life-threatening weather situation going on. Then I won't pay it a bit of attention. I'll watch it to see if somebody's got information that I can pass along that might help save a life. But as far as chit-chatting and just goofing off, I don't. We get serious when the weather gets serious, but the rest of the time, hey, we have a good time with it. Again, one more time, let's take a look at the stadium venues around East Alabama for tonight's football games. And just as I did that, we lost our radar. Well, let me see if I can get it to come back up right quick. And we're probably going to have to clear it out and go back to it. Let's see what happens. I can tell you that all the showers that were in East Alabama are moving on into Georgia. So there is no concern. That's one thing I forgot right there. You couldn't see the iSchool Sports banner when I was talking about it. But there it is. That's what it looks like. There's Handley on the left. There's Randolph County, and then Wadley, and then Woodland. And Randolph, when Southern Union's playing, their link will be hot down there at the bottom too. So that's what it'll look like when you go over to the iSchool Sports Network and listen to their broadcast. And actually, I believe this, oh, there it goes. The National Weather Service has been having trouble, and I think they are having trouble tonight, but I got it back. So let me get you back over there right quick. We'll take a tour of the radar sites, then we'll wrap this thing up. So Wadley and Cleburne County are playing up here at Raven Stadium tonight in Raven County. And as you can see, the rain has moved on off into Georgia, so that's not a problem there. Hewlett-Humphrey Stadium and Wedowee, all clear. No problems there. And then Roanoke is down here at Hornet Stadium. in Beauregard. And there is some moderate rain moving across the stadium right now. And I told you that might happen. So that's what's there now. Let me put that in motion and back out just a shade. You see it's moving fairly rapidly, so that'll move on through pretty quick. Maybe another 5 minutes or so, and the rain should be done at Hornet Stadium. And then there's another spot trying to develop down here west of Hurtsboro that probably will stay south of the stadium, so I don't think that'll be an issue. Then we zoom out. We do have some stuff down here around Troy, between Troy and Greenville. We'll keep an eye on, but that's probably headed toward Columbus. You see this stuff over here in central Alabama just fading away as it moves off to the east, so I don't anticipate any trouble out of that. And these big storms up in North Alabama should stay north of I-20, so that shouldn't be a problem either. So thanks for joining me tonight. If something were to change, or if we were to get significant weather at any of our football venues in East Alabama tonight, I will be right back with coverage here on Dr. Don's weather page. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you back in here tomorrow with your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather page. Dr. Don's weather page is brought to you by Kelly W. Phillips for Mayor. We're bridging the gap. Also brought to you by Judy Aubrey with Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in downtown Roanoke, serving East Alabama for 81 years. 334-863-2812. By Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. By Rick and Becky Rainwater with Remax Lakefront, 256-610-1390. By Cody Yarborough, Southeast Soft Wash, exterior cleaning experts, 334-863-0084. By Brandon Brown, BR Construction, licensed home builder, 334-744-1507. Brought to you by Joey Knight, Auction 431 South in Phoenix City, 256-252-8932. Mark Mitchell, Bama Diesel Repair in Woodland, 256-201-3685. Mr. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, Remodeling and New Homes, 256-610-1364. Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent, 256-452-5131. By Joey Knight, Anchor Roofing, free estimates, free inspections, 706-326-2438. And by Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning, superior service for superior customers, 334-646-0331.